Okay, this is just a little bit of a test really. I want to see if I can actually move my KitNoob blog into more of a vlog really when going over how I do my kit builds. So this is a little bit of an experiment. As you can see, this is the models that I'm working on at the moment. It's a series of 1/100 scale T34 model 1943s, the 76mm gun. And what I'm doing really is seeing if I can better describe the processes I go through when I'm modelling, bearing in mind I'm not an advanced modeller, via video rather than photographs in a traditional text blog. So I've actually skipped a stage here because, as you can see, I've already done partial construction and added some small parts here. I want to test to see how my focus is here because I don't have a macro lens. So let's see how this works out. If it does shift in and out of focus a lot, I'm sorry about that. I'll have to look into some other way of doing this or a different focus mode. Okay, so what we've got here is actually 4 different T34s. Well, actually, there's only 3 different T34s, but I've got 2 of the Plastic Soldier Company T34s, 1 of the Zvezda T34s, and 1 of the Battlefront. Now, the Battlefront is the official model for Gale Force 9 Tanks game, the tabletop game. This is the company that makes the models for them. So this is actually the official model of their T34, but I wanted to compare it with another couple of 1/100 scale T34s. Now, I've got everything broken down at the moment because this is just prior to me priming. So the reason they're on this tissue paper is I've just cleaned them with soapy water, and I've got them in their main sub-assemblies. So we've got turret, tracks, and hull assemblies. Hopefully you can see roughly which one goes with which, because the Plastic Soldier Company, and I'm just going to stop there because I've just realised I'm doing this video and I haven't actually turned my video light on. So let's see what difference turning the video light on makes. That's a tiny bit of difference. So like I said, this was an experiment. So, oh, yeah, I think that's loads better. So I'm sorry about that if everything was in the dark earlier on. But as I say, this is a test really. So my sound might not be right, my lighting might not be right, my focusing is definitely not right. I'd love to get a macro lens where I can bring the items closer to the camera, but at the moment, that seems to be about, oh yeah, it's struggling to focus just about there. So that seems to be, I'll have to remember this distance as much as I can get away with the autofocus in the camera. But hopefully you can see some of the detail there on these little 1/100 scale T34s. I've actually added a few little accessories, a bit of storage, extra storage, just because they were very just out the box as these 1/100s come. They're just a bit all the same, really. They're a bit samey. So just to give them a bit of individual character, I popped a bit of storage on each of them. This is the Plastic Soldier Company one in the grey plastic. Whoa, focusing's going there. Like I say, sorry about this. Okay, so that's the Plastic Soldier Company one. And right at the back, we have the Zvezda one, which is very nice. The detail on this for 1/100, it's a single, that top bit, the hull. The hull comes in two pieces, the top and the bottom, but this top bit actually is a one-piece moulding. And for saying that's a one-piece moulding, there's some very nice sharp detail in there. In fact, that I'd probably say the Zvezda one is my favourite out of these, but for one small caveat, and that is the actual tracks themselves. The Zvezda tracks, I hope you can see that there. Although the road wheels they've done for the Soviet T-34 model 1943 are superb. They've done a really good job on these. These kind of half spider wheels and the full metal perforated wheels here are lovely and really evocative of 1943 production run machines. The downside, and I'm hoping you can see this with the focus, and I'm sorry about this, I'm struggling here with the focusing, but this is the first time I've tried this, is they've got these horrible plain slatted tracks here. They're not very good at all. They're nice and thin enough, but they just haven't got the track pattern detail of the T-34 tracks correct on these. But otherwise, those road wheels are superb. Plastic Soldier Company, on the other hand, the road wheels are mediocre at best, I would say. Again, these are I believe these are half spider wheels of about 1943, but they're a bit chunky, like everything is with Plastic Soldier Company, but they've done quite a nice job of the actual tracks. They've got a track pattern there, which is okay. It looks like the T-34's waffle pattern track, and it's thin enough. They've got a bit of track sag there, which gives it a bit of character, but I'm not sure is entirely authentic. I think perhaps stationary. I'm not a T-34 expert, but perhaps stationary that's appropriate. But tight like this, you can see these is straight. The track on the top here, it's flat. That the tank in movement, I believe the tracks would be taut like that. I don't know. I'm not really an expert. Finally, we've got the Battlefront tracks here, which are probably the poorest of the bunch, really. Again, like the Plastic Soldier Company ones, they're quite chunky. The track is very thick. They've done that probably so they could put a slight pattern on the track there, which is okay. Definitely not as good as the Zvezda ones. Again, I'm struggling there. Sorry about this. I might have to go to manual focus, to be honest. Again, this is just a test, so I'm sorry about this. Yeah, not so good. Probably my least favourite of all three. Turret-wise, the Zvezda one is really nicely done. Really, some nice detail on there. It's that hexagonal 1943 turret, which is the penultimate 76mm T-34 turret. Again, Plastic Soldier Company version of it, a bit wide at the back, but not too bad. And the Battlefront one, passable. Again, too wide at the back, the dimensions aren't quite correct. So there we have it, that's all the sub-assemblies ready to be primed. So we'll see how that goes. Unfortunately, I might have to do all my close-ups with traditional photography, so you get all the detail in. That seems to be the one drawback of doing it this way with the video, that I don't have a macro lens.